Here! This is the Earth Pulse point I've been feeling!
No Therian and no barrier.
I must have gotten it wrong again.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. That dragon could well have broken its barrier. Or it might have been too powerful for the Abbey to subdue.
You could be right. After all, dragons make for the strongest demons.
The problem is, we don't know if it's a Therian or not.
Yeah. Let's stick with the plan and head to Stonebury to gather more information.
Am I the only one here who thinks the real problem is how we're supposed to fight a frickin' dragon?
I can't wait to take a good look around. Whoa, now that's what I call a view.
I agree that it's beautiful, but don't leap about so much. You'll fall!
I can sense many Earth Pulses under this place.
I figured you'd notice that. An intricate web of earth pulses crisscrosses the land under the Aldina Plains. Mountains like these would normally take tens of thousands of years to form, but these popped up in about a millennia.
So the Earth Pulses have affected the land?
Exactly. Long ago, people wielded arts that allowed them to manipulate the earth pulses and control the very land itself.
How could arts like that exist?
Perhaps they pushed against key points on the Earth Pulses? Like how acupressure can improve a person's blood flow.
That's a rather forced comparison, but you may be right. Either way, those arts have been lost for eons.
I'm impressed, Eisen. You know a lot about everything.
Not at all. There's so much I don't know. For example, the name of these flowers. That's why I travel. To learn.
Aldina alabaster grass.
That's the name of this flower?
Yes. A long time ago, my brother showed me a picture of it in one of his books. They're fragile flowers. They die quickly on their own, but if enough of them gather together, they can survive. Fields of them form beautiful white carpets of flowers. In some cultures, they symbolize kinship, the bonds between people.
Kinship. Huh.
I'll remember that. You and your brother taught me something new today.
I'll never forget either.
Looks like you want to die.
Soaring Dragon!
Double haze!
Devour! Soaring Dragon! You won't get away! Just clear off! Take that! Devour! Soaring Dragon! Take that! Devour! Soaring Dragon! Take that! Devour! Soaring Dragon! Take that! Devour!
I was just getting warmed up.
I'll finish this quick.
Soaring Dragon! Dark and light!
Shade wave! Let's go! Shade wave!
Soaring Dragon!
Ready to die? Think you can dodge? Just try! Perfect mayhem! Who wants some next? Let's go! Let's go! Eat it! You're wide open!
Out of my way!
Unarmed?
Don't waste my time.
Let's go! It's a no escape! Blades of wind, slice them!
Damn!
No escape! Smash them! Starlight! You're wide open!
Out of my way! Take that! Devour! Turn Dragon! Take that! Devour!
Blades of wind!
Turn Dragon! You won't get away! I'll help you! Did I get it? Void Monk! I won't go easy on you! Did I get it? Turn Dragon! Next!
Shooting star! Eat it! No
Take
escape!
that!
You're wide open!
Come on, really?
Don't get overconfident.
Take that! Devour!
Deception!
Finish! Break!
Blades of wind!
Twin Whip!
Game way!
Surgat! Surgat!
Okay, see this? No escape! Blades of wind! For three!
Surgat! Geo Stigma! Surgat!
Blades of wind! Slice them! See this? No escape! Air thrust! Hold up!
Surgat!
Hurricane!
Void Mire!
Shooting star!
Geo Stigma! Take that! Devour! Void Dragon! Finish!
Double hit!
Blast away the
Hold
shadows
up.
of darkness!
Double hit!
Let me go!
Them!
Did you see that? Let's get started!
Shooting star! No escape!
Pyrogenic
Let's go!
ring! Take that! Devour!
Let's go! Hold up! No escape!
Zero impact! Pyrogenic ring!
See this? Deception! Blades of wind!
Surgat!
Shooting star!
Surgat! These are my fiery
Hold
mirror!
on! Double hit!
Surgat!
For five! Armor crusher!
Surgat!
Hurricane! Smash! Deception! Deception! Vengeance! Skies like the Armor crusher! Deception! Illusory veil! That's all, huh? Shooting star! Frigid photon! See this? Hurricane! Caught you!
Void Mire!
Eat it! Caught you!
Surgat!
Got the pain in
See
the
this? Victory is ours.
Food's ready.
You'll be rust on my blade.
How's that? Let's go! Double haze! No escape! Die! Eat it! How's that?
Take that! Devour!
Eat it! This, you're wide open! Burn! This is the Reaper's power.
Finish! Phalanx Ray!
Blades of wind, slice through!
Twin Whip!
You're wide open!
Devour!
Die!
Gotcha! Soaring
No
Dragon!
escape!
Finish! Phalanx Ray!
Upper Crusher!
Gotcha! Soaring Dragon!
You're wide open!
Devour!
You don't want to make me angry.
Laffy said apologize.
I won't run away! Devour! Gotcha! Soaring Dragon!
Blades of Death!
Finish! You're defenseless! Zero impact! Take that! Devour! Finish! You're defenseless! Zero impact!
For what? This? Kindle a beacon of hope!
Surget! Gotcha! Soaring Dragon! Surget! Dissipate! Surget! Gotcha! Soaring Dragon! Now take that! Devour! Gotcha! Soaring Dragon! Surget! Down!
Double haze!
Take that! Devour! Gotcha! Soaring Dragon! Finish! Break boost! Clear off! Surget! Gotcha! Soaring Dragon!
Shooting star!
Take that! Devour! Gotcha! Soaring Dragon! Surget! Finish! You're
Eat it!
defenseless! Zero impact!
No escape! Blades of wind, slice
Devour!
them! Shooting star!
Gotcha!
You won't get any pity or compassion from me. I'll end this quickly.
Gotcha! Soaring Dragon!
Shooting star! One, two! No escape!
Surget! Shadow Flow!
Double haze!
Black Punch! Twin Whip!
Fast step!
Grounding Strike! Gotcha!
Killing flash! When I'm this close, I won't miss! Form zero! Thunder!
Shade wave!
Grounding Strike! Gotcha!
No escape!
Grounding Strike!
Life beguile!
Dark and
Illusory
light!
veil!
Armor Crusher!
Shooting star! Wide open!
No escape!
Die or be killed!
Devour! Gotcha! Soaring Dragon!
No escape!
Grounding Strike! Twin Whip!
stop! Shooting star!
We're finished here.
Alright, if I were a Bloodwing, where would I be?
We'll start at the inn. It only makes sense.
Yay! I found so many blueberries! What are you gonna do with all those? Make jam? I'm going to feed them to my chickens. That way they'll lay eggs with purple yolks.
What? You know that won't work, right?
It sure will. The color of yolks change depending on what a hen eats. My grandma taught me that.
Actually, we always feed our chickens corn. Is that why their yolks are yellow? What are you gonna do with purple eggs anyway?
Tourists are coming from the capital again, right? I bet they've never seen purple eggs, so I figure I could sell them for a lot. Maybe I can even make our village famous!
You've thought this out, but will they really sell? You know what they'd make, right? Purple fried eggs, purple omelets, purple egg fried rice. Hey, would you want to eat a purple omelet?
Strange things sell, right? You don't have to be so mean just 'cause you can't think of a better idea.
Oh, sorry. Here, let me help you.
Fine. Go catch a whole barrel full of jewel beetles. If we feed them to my chickens, we'll get eggs with yolks like shining jewels.
I really wouldn't want to be your chickens, but... okay.
What a carefree village.
But you know, this is what really makes humanity amazing to me. Attempting the impossible. Reaching for the stars, just as a matter of course.
Aye. Though we may stumble countless times on our way, we can achieve anything we put our minds to.
Attempting the impossible, huh?
That's all well and good, but there are some lines that should never be crossed. Purple eggs. Ugh.
Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, they all grow in abundance around Stonebury. We even have a fairy tale about it. One day the ground was covered with so many fallen berries, they all became stones.
Stoneberries. Is that how the town got its name?
The spelling has changed some, but yes, berries are an important part of this village. We harvest local berries to make jams, pastries, gels, and all sorts of sweets.
Berry-flavored gels. I've never had one.
We've exported our jam and fruit for a while now, but our raspberry gels are still being perfected.
Aw, rats.
Are the vegetables growing in that field special too? I don't think I've ever seen anything like them before.
You've got sharp eyes. But that's right. They're a rare species of wild potato. They're red and they're called radish bells. We discovered them in the mountains nearby. Sadly, the potatoes are actually highly poisonous.
Really? But they look so good.
They do. But the skin and the sprouts are toxic. If you aren't careful when removing them, it's Poisonville for you. Deadly poison aside, they're sweet, fluffy, and go great with butter. And when they're fried nice and crispy, they're the best.
So just skin them and sell them. What's the problem?
Yes, we've thought of that, but the way they are now, you have to peel off quite a bit before you get to the edible part. Peel one as big as your fist, and all you get for your trouble is a bit of meat the size of an egg yolk. That's why we're selectively breeding them. One day, they'll have only a thin layer of poisonous skin.
Why not breed them to get rid of the poison altogether?
With no poison, bugs will eat them, and they'll be more vulnerable to cold and heat. With potatoes, as with people, getting rid of everything harmful isn't always for the best.
The water around...
What will you make? This region's specialty is berries, so a berry wine?
But the chilly air and level of humidity here should be just right for making an amber draft, don't you think?
Considering the geography around here, the water must contain a high mineral content. If you use it to make a rice wine, the taste will be unique.
I've considered all those options, but I must create something that can surpass my greatest rival, Sleeping Princess.
But that's nearly impossible to make.
Exactly. Not an easy task, to say the least. Sleeping Princess is made by filling an emerald cask with water from an enchanted mountain spring and sitting it in direct sunlight for 7 years. The water's magic causes it to change color each year. When it reaches the same deep green hue of the cask, it's ready.
Solar fermenting, huh? It won't be easy to surpass a marvel of the winemaking world like Sleeping Princess.
True, but I've finally found it. The ultimate stone.
A gemstone? Will you make a cask from it?
That would just make it an imitation. No, what I found can only be called a natural rock filter.
You're filtering wine with a rock?
Deep in the heart of these mountains, I found a stone that absorbs liquids. I tried using it to filter a berry wine. The taste of it was unbelievably crisp and bright. It preserved the luscious richness of the berries, while adding a clarity that left me breathless. I call it Pure Land wine. There is no better.
May I have a taste?
My apologies, but it took me 10 years to make a single thimbleful. I drank that thimbleful for my tasting. It'll be about 50 years before I can make a decent batch. I doubt I'll see a full bottle in my lifetime.
50 years, huh? Meet you back here, then?
I've never been so glad not to be human.
Stonebury hasn't had much luck growing just yet, but this pioneer town has a lot of potential. Trees grow well here, and the lumber is of great quality. Oh, we're also close to the quarries, so stone isn't a problem. As long as the demons are contained, this country will rebuild. The need for stone and lumber will soar. Best of all, this area is quiet, has beautiful lakes, and is a perfect place for a craftsman like me to work.
And why settle for anything less?
I do feel that you might be a bit short-handed here. It's hard to build without manpower.
You're right. We need something to attract new settlers. Maybe some sort of specialty item?
Is there any fruit or vegetable that can only be found around here?
There is a type of potato called the radish bell that we grow, but it's got a few, quirks.
If you want to attract people, you should just ring a bell. Come to Stonebury, where the money grows on trees.
A bell tower, huh? That might actually work. We can even use local stones for the bell. The Stonebury Stone Belfry.
It won't work.
Huh?
Try hitting a rock. Doesn't ring.
Ah, how could I have missed that? I'm still such a novice. My master taught me better than this. Think before you build. That's what he always said. I need to do better and not sully his name.
I was on my way home from a trip to Logres, crossing the Aldina Plains, when I saw it. Rain was pouring as if from buckets, and the wind was so strong I could hardly stay on my feet. From the vast darkness of the sky, a monster of tremendous size descended, like the essence of the storm itself.
A huge flying demon?
At that moment, a group of exorcists leapt out from their hiding spots and began to battle the demon beast. But it met their swords with its fearsome horns, and a swipe of its tail threw the noble exorcist's back.
Horns? And a tail?
Where did the demon go?
I couldn't tell you. I was so frightened, I ran away and never looked back. I hope the Abbey can get rid of it, but the beast took out 3 exorcists with a single blow. Come to think of it, another person was there too. He faced the demon and told it to stop.
Zavid.
If you're going to the Aldina Plains, you'd better be careful.
Go on, take a good look.
Zavid.
Well, hello, sailor.
Are you waiting for someone?
Nope. Just saying a prayer for someone.
Someone?
Let's go. Clearly there aren't any bloodwings here.
You're just going to leave? I'm right here.
Everybody has times they need to be alone.
Fee,
Right. Coming. What do you think he was praying about?
Well, for one thing, he was drinking a bottle of thorny forest.
Oh my! The drink you share with your special someone when you're going to be married for life! How romantic!
But getting your hands on that stuff is no small feat. I can only hope I'll get a chance to taste it someday.
That must have had an important meaning for Savid. That's why you left him alone.
Don't read too much into it.
you're Velvet, right? You must be the one who's seen the demon we're after. We saw a big snake-looking dragon fly over on the way here. Is that what you saw too?
Yes, that's the one. It nests at the top of the mountain in Aldina Plains.
We went to look ourselves. No dragon.
It only returns to its nest on rainy days.
Rainy days, you say?
Oh, just look at what you went and made the weather gods do. This doesn't bode well. Not at all.
Thanks. We'll give it another shot.
Hey there. Our meeting like this must be Providence, meow.
We're in a hurry. Save it, cats.
All the better, meow. I've just stumbled upon a perfectly nifty piece of stone just for you. What's it for?
That's not a geoboard, is it?
Bingo! I dug it out of some ruins, meow. They were made by Norman Meowny years ago for surfing along Earth pulses, but I can't use it, so I figured I'd pawn it off on someone else who could, meow.
Wait, Norman made this? That doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
Don't be so mean. We're capable of exceptional things. Sometimes. When a Norman speaks their own name, the board springs to life and whisks its masters away at top speed. They'll even plow right through weak demons. You can say it's our masterwork, even if we sorta stumbled on it by accident.
Huh. Well, then I apologize.
So we can ride this as long as we have Bienfu with us, right?
Well, kind of.
Do you have to use your true name to activate it?
Not my true name, no. My Norman name.
Wouldn't that just be Bienfu?
No. Norman have a separate name that goes something like Norman so-and-so. It's almost more a title than a name. Often the name has something to do with what they're good at. Something like attack, or chain, or aqua.
Right. You could say names like Bienfu and Grimoire are more like stage names. I actually don't know Bienfu's Norman name, but I can't wait to find out. What is your name, Bienfu?
Come on, out with it. We're in a hurry.
Norman Brave. Whoa, look at that!
Wait, Bienfu.
Your Norman name is Brave? That is so deliciously absurd!
Why do you think I've never told you before, Bien?
At least the board works, meow.
And if we get on this board, it'll move us around?
Well, about that. The board propels itself by pushing against Earth pulse flows. To do that, the board needs information on the flows, but this one here's a completely blank slate, meow. First, you need to find the geotrees in each area. They serve as a conduit between the surface land and the earth pulses, meow. Once you've actually located a geotree, you can record that area's earth pulse data into your geoboard, meow.
Got it.
This area's geotree is right over there, meow.
All right then. So long as we find more geotrees, we'll be able to use the geoboard to travel much more quickly.
A new recipe!
Scout.
Well, that's going to come in handy.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun to ride, too.
I could get used to this.
I'm so worn out. I feel like I had to sprint the whole way here.
Huh. It seems like operating the board saps a lot of energy from Bienfu.
Even still, this board gives us a strategic advantage. Brave here will just have to bear a little exertion now and then.
Yeah, Brave. Buck up.
I believe in you. Be brave.
Ah! Stop calling me that!
On to battle! Deception! Deception! Hurricane!
Twin Whip! Moonlight Cycle!
Let's go! Cross up!
Surget!
Double
Motor! Soaring Dragon!
Blades of Wind! Double days!
Soaring Dragon!
Air
Gaze
thrust!
upon my fiery mirrors!
Double
Brilliant
days!
Strike!
Relish! Blades of Wind! Slice them! Shooting Star! Air thrust!
Finish!
For
Twilight
five!
Ray!
Deception! You're wide open!
That's all, huh?
Twin Whip! Tornado Ray! Spirit's Release! You wronged me! Here's your justice! Fighting Order!
Tremble! Flash Step! Winds chill them to the bone! Double headed photon!
Twin Whip! Geostigma!
Hey, is everyone all right?
Food. Surprising how I can do this with no sense of taste.
It looks so deadly. And just check out how much malevolence it's putting out.
Which means it's not a Therian.
Let's retreat. We've got no reason to pick a fight with something we can't handle.
I do.
Oh, you're up for it?
What? What are you doing?
She's right. Fighting this creature is a good way to end up dead. Oh, sorry.
Well, no turning back now.
Damn it, this wasn't part of the plan!
Yeah, but training like this doesn't come around every day.
Be on your guard. One wrong move and you're done for.
I know, that's the fun part.
Damn!
Armor Crusher! Kill them to the bone!
Tornado's Ray! Crazy!
Windlash!
Grounding Strike! Blast away the shadows of darkness!
Armor Crusher! See this?
Blessed Cross! Grounding
Hey,
Strike!
Armor Crusher!
No mercy! Wounds that won't heal! Carved into flesh! Lethal pain!
Hold stop! Hold stop!
Light Cyclone! Dark and light!
Armor
Grounding
Crusher!
Strike!
See this?
Damn!
Smash them! See this? Deception! Deception!
Gaze upon my
Hurricane!
Grounding Strike!
Hey!
Got you!
No escape!
Tornado's Ray!
No escape!
Incandescent
Deception!
Beam! Pyrogenic Ring!
Barrage! Pummel!
Deception!
Windlash!
Deception! Grounding Strike! Gaze upon my
Blades of
fiery
wind!
mirror!
Slice them! Air thrust!
Gaze upon my grounding strike!
Deception! Quickness!
No mercy! Wounds that won't heal! Carved into flesh! Lethal pain!
Gaze upon my fiery...
Yep. This one definitely puts up a better fight than your average demon.
Is there any hope of actually defeating this thing?
I'll do whatever it takes. That's my way. Zavid!
Yeah. I see you're out for blood, as usual. You knew, didn't you, Eisen?
Out of my way.
What? Are you protecting the dragon?
She's not a dragon!
Huh?
Back off, or I'll make you back off.
Damn, it got away.
That hurts, babe. And here we hadn't seen each other in so long.
Hold it. Is that dragon someone you knew?
I told you, she's not a dragon.
So, it seems old Check Out My Pecs and the dragon have some kind of close ties. Did I hear you right? We're talking about a dragon here. I know what I said.
But how could that be?
When Malachim are tainted by malevolence, a dragon is what ultimately results.
So you're saying that dragon was a Moloch Zavid once knew?
She must be who he was praying for back in town.
Yeah, most likely.
But do Malachim put out malevolence like humans do?
No, not by themselves they don't. But if one remains in contact with humans or demons who do, it will eventually taint her, and she will become a dragon.
What about you, kiddo? You feel anything weird after you got thrown into the Earth Pulse at the Empyrean's throne?
I did, yeah.
Can't say I'm surprised. The air there was thick with malevolence being sent on its way to Enominat.
If I'd stayed there, I might be a dragon too.
Is having a vessel not enough to prevent a Moloch from transforming?
A vessel can reduce the effect, but not eliminate it. By stripping their Malachim of consciousness, the Abbey exorcists seem to be able to inhibit the transformation. But nothing in this world is guaranteed.
Can a dragon ever be changed back into a Moloch?
Nope. Just like with demons, there's no going back. Do they still hold on to some part of who they were?
You saw that dragon. What do you think?
Well, that's...
But Zavid still won't kill it. Must be his creed at work.
Eisen, listen. Whatever business you and Zavid have with that dragon, I don't care. Do what you have to. But I won't tolerate you getting the rest of us involved in it again. Do I make myself clear?
You've got it.
Good. Now, let's get back to the Therian hunt. We'll regroup in Titania.
If what Eisen said is true, then could I wind up as a dragon someday? Or Eisen too?
I don't know.
Don't get overconfident.
No escape! Die!
Down!
Deception! Double go! Let's go! Pressure!
Shadow flow!
Deception! Deception!
Shadow flow!
No escape! I'll stop you! No escape! No escape! No escape! You're...
Shadow flow!
Eat it!
That! Devour!
No escape!
Dragon! Jet Blizzard!
You're just lucky I made it quick.
Toidles, keeping tight circles. Oh, perfect timing, Eisen. I's got a letter for yous.
A letter?
Did you get a reply to that letter you sent? What's it say? What's it say?
I know everything that you've done. Repent for your horrendous deeds, you monster.
What did you do, Eisen?
No idea. There's no sender written on here either.
Who would write something so awful?
Who cares? If I gave a damn about other people's feelings, I wouldn't be a pirate.
I suppose that's true.
Forget about it. What's the status of the other stuff?
The Palmier made it just fine. But we've run into some troubles finding the Nordals. My deepest apologies.
What are Nordals?
Nordals used to be given out by Empyrean temples. If you collect a set of 4, you'd find happiness. Oh, so they said. Nowadays, there's only 4 left. Red, blue, green, and black. Even worse, nobody hardly knows nothing about them.
Dolls of the Empyreans. Do you think they're like that one we saw of Aminoch in that shop in Isolt?
Kind of. But these are less gloomy looking and more, how can I describe it?
Something like a quiet radiance?
A quiet radiance. That's perfect!
I think I get it. I'd never have pegged you as a collector of religious claptrap, Eisen. Think they'll help keep the Reaper away?
Probably not. But in the off chance they actually work, they'll keep her safe.
Her? Hey, that letter Eisen sent off earlier was addressed to a woman, wasn't it?
Our little Laphicet is growing up.
No, I wasn't implying she was his girlfriend. Her writing just seemed more mature, and...
It's nothing like that. She's my younger sister.
I didn't know you had a sister.
She's the only family I have left. She and I live apart for various reasons.
I'm guessing your death curse is one of them, huh? Mogiloo!
So that's why. I'd be happy to help you look for those dolls, Eisen.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay then. Thanks.
I saw Benwick and the other crew members get into a serious fight over whether cats or dogs were better. I don't get what the big deal is.
I can't believe you could say such a thing! No conflict is more perilous than the one that has dogged mankind since the dawn of civilization! In the shadow of every war are the battles of dog lovers and cat lovers. Between each side lies a divide, maybe not all that deep, but unbridgeable all the same. I'd say we're lucky that the squabble you saw didn't escalate into anything more serious.
I had no idea it was such a big deal. So what side do all of you fall on?
I am, without a doubt, a cat person. Cats and witches have a long history together. Personally, I prefer dogs because they can cohabit with humans while following rules. But I like cats too, because they're cute.
What about you, Rokuro?
Shigure liked cats, so I don't. But I like dogs even less. Always wagging their tails for their masters.
I feel the same way. Dogs will trade anything for food. Learning tricks, wagging their tails, getting friendly, and in time, even forgetting to howl.
I think that's too cynical. Dogs make efforts to please humans so that we can live together. They're friendly and compassionate creatures.
Then does that make you a cat person, Eisen?
Actually, I like squirrels best. When I lived with my sister, the nearby forest had lots of nice, fluffy squirrels that would let me pet them.
This isn't about squirrels. It's about cats and dogs. You have to pick a side.
If I had to choose, yeah, it'd be cats. There's something lovable about the way they act, especially when you spoil them. It reminds me a lot of my sister.
What about you, Velvet? Cats or dogs?
Dogs. They don't betray you.
You always have to be so serious, don't you?
So Velvet and Eleanor like dogs, while Mogiloo and Eisen prefer cats.
And Rokuro doesn't care for either one. That makes you our tiebreaker, kiddo. The fate of this showdown is in your hands.
It is?
Now that you're no longer the Abbey's dog, perhaps you're thinking of being one for Velvet's column?
What has that got to do with anything? We're just talking about which animal we like.
If you're getting so angry over this, he's going to have no choice but to pick dogs.
I just told you.
No more fighting! This is clearly getting out of hand, so why don't you all agree that you're Bienfu people and make up already?
And what makes you special enough to have Bienfu people?
Because I can be loyal like a dog, but also do my own thing like a cat. If you pick me, everybody wins.
I don't think it works that way.
I guess a dragon was a bit much to take on, even for the Reaper. You should get some rest.
We all should. I'll just get the crew started on readying the ship for our next departure.
All right, you go do that. Laphicet, you should get some rest too.
I'm fine. It's more important that I focus on finding an actual Therian this time. I'm going to take another try at sensing the Earth Pulse points.
You're as stubborn as ever, Fee.